Namaste, it's the Spiritual Daywalker with your tarot card reading for this full moon phase. And this full moon is going to be in Aries. So Gemini, well, you're going to talk a lot, right? And you're going to talk a lot about other people's problems and realize something about yourself through it, right? You're a communicator. You're good at seeing both sides, all the sides. And I see you like at some party having like a huge, deep conversation about stuff, right? And realizing how good you are in dealing with other people's shit rather than your own. That's going to reflect on you, but in a kind way, because Aries is about putting yourself out there, right? And a lot of people are going to put themselves out there, and you, as a Gemini, are going to put yourself out there as an open ear communicator and like seeding some truth and gonna, well, get some nice rewards for seeding that truth, making them understand their shit better so you understand your shit better. It's going to be fun. That being said, it is a general reading, so if the message doesn't resonate with you, feel free to drop the message. If it does, drop a comment, like and subscribe, and share it to whoever might enjoy this reading style. Yeah, the cards are a little damp because I love them so much, and well, it's raining in Bali. Right now it's not, but that's why I'm inside. Got a new place. I'm going to show you a new backdrop outside as soon as the weather is a little more stable. But I love the way how it's raining in Bali. It's just coming down like cats and dogs for half an hour, and then you can walk again, and it's going to dry up in a second. Um, Fair enough, but it's been a lot these days. Anyway, a lot of rain the last few weeks, right? Like metaphorically. Now we're moving into a better time. There's going to be eclipse season. I'm not going to talk too long before I lay the first card, but there's going to be eclipse season. That is the season where things rearrange, right? And the 2 weeks leading up to that, it's a time for manifestation, for realizing what you're good at, what you've overcome, and that's what this full moon phase is for. Now let's see. In your soul spot in the DNA spread, that's the soul coming into manifestation with the energies balancing around it. In the spot of the zero, your soul decided to deal with other people's shit and deal with your own. I mean, it's the moon, right? It's a moon reading that is opening with the moon and that is dealing with the subconscious, right? And it's a good card. It's especially in the soul spot. Your soul is, yeah, your soul has decided it's time to look at the unseen. I kind of get the strong sense that it's not only your shit, right? It's all the unconscious stuff that is coming to light. That's a very beautiful thing. So I kind of see you dealing in a very conscious way, I guess, um, with the subconscious stuff, right? So in the spot of the nine, your challenge or the theme that this reading is about, in a sense, like the nine is the spirit number, right? It is your insight about all of this shit. That is Five of Swords. Yeah, where to change your mind, what to cut ties with, right? What you don't need in your life anymore, or where you have to make up your mind about, right? It's very nice though, because I feel like the changing your mind is an easy thing for a Gemini, right? Because you see both sides, right? So a five, that's a number for change in your own energy, in the mind energy. It can be harsh when it's like um, about your own character, right? When it's like rattling your foundation. But in general, with the change in an argument, for example, understanding both sides and realizing um, when you have to change your mind, like accepting a truth as a new way of thinking, that's something that comes easy to you. So it's not that big of a challenge. It's more like a theme, I guess, for you, Gemini. Let's see how you're manifesting this, what you're manifesting to get there. That is the Hermit. That's very interesting. Because like of me saying you're going to deal with other people's shit, this is you dealing with your own shit right here. get the sense that it's more about learning some new stuff, learning some new skills, right? Finding your own truth, right? So it doesn't have to mean that, well, it's a card for lonesomeness in a sense. I don't feel like you're going to be, yeah, maybe you're going to be a little more lonesome than I anticipated, but it's more the outcome of it, I guess. It's more about learning and finding your truth and finding your way of dealing with things as your truth, and that's going to be interesting. But like the moon and the hermit, it makes so much sense, right? Like something's coming to light and you realize, oh, I gotta like pull back into my cave and fix this, right? Or like come to an understanding of what this means. So the hermit is very much like, yeah, caved in, trying to learn some new stuff. That is cool. We'll see how this experience is leading you there. I get the strong sense that it's not about being lonely or lonesome, but the insights you're having are very much tied to your path, and you get learnings that are like pivotal for you and yourself, right? Like the moon is conjunct Chiron, so it is about the wounds we carry, have been carrying for a long time, and how we deal with them. This could be in there also, right? Now let's see. In the spot of the one, the thing that gets you moving is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So, well, things haven't exactly been working out the way they could have, and you're like, okay, you know what? I gotta change things up here. Like, I got to realize why this hasn't happened yet, right? There's a new beginning, something you want to make work in your reality, some like a project or a new lifestyle or whatever, and it hasn't worked out yet, and you're asking yourself, why? Well, makes sense. You got to kind of make up your mind and learn some new shit. I guess there's a skill you need for that Ace of Pentacles to come to fruition, to like for that full potential of manifestation. It's a beautiful card for like riches and career and like everything, and like family, blah. It's all in there, right? But if things working out in the physical is kind of delayed, well, you got to learn something to make it work, right? That's what you're doing. So in the spot of the two, balancing that energy out, taking a little out of that, is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. That's interesting, because if the answer to why didn't it work is because you didn't want it, then, well, it takes you closer to what you truly want, right? Because the Nine of Pentacles in reverse is like you getting out of that, or dealing with that, what you thought you needed in your life, right? In terms of what you thought made you happy. Like, I love reading reverses because it gives you a take on the energy. Right? The Nine of Pentacles is a very beautiful card, but if that is also delayed and it's balancing an Ace of Pentacles, then you realize, well, that which you actually truly desired is wasn't part of the plan. Like, you don't know it yet. You were working for something that you didn't exactly desire. You maybe thought that you needed it or whatever, but it's not exactly assigned with your aligned with your own happiness, and that's why the energy is delayed. That that is like the universe trying to throw you a bone and like not make you run into the wrong direction. But also, of course, if your soul knows this is not in your best interest in terms of like happiness and stability, you're gonna lack determination to make it work. So if you're like, you know what? No, it just didn't work because I was like not giving it 100%. Yeah, guess what? You weren't giving it 100% because you actually didn't want it, not the way it was presented or you made it out to be, right? There's another aspect in there of yourself. You're learning about yourself and how you want to do things, about how you want to do things. So in the spot of the three, that's the insight you're getting from those pentacles here balancing. That's like what's giving you direction. So Lovers in reverse. Like I said, you're not in it, right? Your commitment to whatever it is that you're trying to manifest here, that you're trying to build here, is lacking because you didn't exactly want it. Right? You wanted to want it, you know, that's not the same, right? So your soul's commitment with this Ace of Pentacles is impaired, it's delayed, and you're asking yourself, why? Why don't I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and start my day with working on this? Why am I so lazy? Well, you're not lazy. Your soul knows better. There's something in there that is not exactly sitting right with you. And you might not know what it is, but you know, and you're going to realize, like, somehow I don't feel it. Why don't I feel it? It seemed so perfect, and it seemed to have everything I need or want, but not exactly what's going to make you happy. So something is off with what you were trying to accomplish here, and it's very much not aligned with your soul. That's why your commitment is lacking here. It was one of the two cards I actually wanted to like see here to confirm what I said. It was like the Lovers or the Chariot, right? And that lovers implication compared to what if a chariot had been there. It's like, yeah, the chariot is because your determination is fading because you don't want it. The lovers could be that it's not only you that is tied up to this. The lovers could be, yeah, I want to do this but not with them, for example, right? Because like, or somehow something is off with that dynamic, right? Which kind of leads to the same thing. Your determination is not in there because however this is presented right now is not going to take you into happiness. Um, that happiness gonna is there's something is off with that energy. Your determination to truly commit to this is delayed. Um, Maybe because it's not going to make you happy. Maybe because there is something in the way for you to generate happiness with this. Maybe the intention why you're doing it, something like that. Let's see. In your challenge role, like the things you're going through, you're learning from this experience, surrounding that spot of the 9, which is your 5 of Swords, you're making up your mind, having a change of mind, right? Your change of mind is determined by, in a spot of the 4, there's a Father of Pentacles. So what gives you stability is the Father of Pentacles. That is the idea. I kind of get the sense that is someone. Kind of get the sense that it's someone else in your life that is giving you stability. And is nurturing, right? I ask myself right now how this is related to the Lovers. Because maybe it's so stable, but the Father of Pentacles is not exactly moving. But it's all about Pentacles for you. That much is clear. So it's all about how to generate something in your reality, probably how you be that Father of Pentacles, how you can be the provider, right? But being the provider might not be all. It might just be a fallback idea, something that gives you security. Is like, if I can just be that provider, right? That makes me feel worthy, right? Um, Maybe in that Ace of Pentacles, you were not the provider, and that would you kind of need it. Let's see, when more cards are on the table, we're going to see how the diagonals, how they, like the helix is working out right here, because that 9 of Pentacles in reverse is coming into that Father of Pentacles, which kind of says, this is not what's going to make me happy, but I'm not trying to make myself happy. I'm trying to make others successful here. I'm trying to like build a legacy, right? It's not about me, Well, if that is what's giving you stability, the idea, well, it's not about me, yeah, then it's not going to make you happy though, right? So that is the thing. It's like that's an honorable goal to be there for others. If this doesn't fulfill you in the long run, though, there's something off and you have to change your mind. Now let's see in the spot of the 5, the thing that is causing friction with that idea of being the provider and being on top of it and whatever. Well, an Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the 9 of Pentacles in reverse is already kind of generating friction with that Father of Pentacles here, because, well, it's not working right now, is it? Right? And maybe you are in a provider role, but you have to make it work to be able to provide in the physical, right? And that could be a problem. Now, in the spot of the 5, what is kind of causing friction, what is stirring things up right here? 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Having to walk away from things that don't feel right. Yes, I mean, if it doesn't feel right, how can it make you happy? If you're not happy, how can you provide happiness? You know, that is the thing you have to wrap your head around with that 9 right here, right? So your challenge is trying to be a provider, not looking at the things that feel shitty. You're trying to like be above this, but at a certain point you have to walk away from this because it's not working out, right? Fair enough, fair enough. Still, there's very good energies here, right? You're just concerned. You're very, very concerned, and then you're realizing something about why. Now let's see how you're realizing this. In the spot of the 7, what you're attached to, what your ego or identity is built around: temperance, temperance, patience. Yeah, well, if you're too patient, you're not going to get anywhere, right? If you're only like about balance, seeing both sides, you're not going to be decisive. Temperance is a beautiful card. It's a card for healing, right? And if you realize that all of this is about healing, then you can love the process. You're loving the process even more. It's a beautiful card. I'm just seeing that if healing is at the very core of your being, and you build your identity around patience and balance and trying to heal yourself, maybe from indecisiveness, maybe from whatever like Geminis are struggling with. I mean, like, there's a lot going on in your mind, and trying to fix yourself in a sense, trying to get out of your head, trying to make a decision already, right? Trying to be a little like faster moving, blah blah blah. It's if that is what your identity is built around, then you're getting stuck in healing. I mean, I see that in Ubud all the time. People healing themselves to death, crawling around in the woodwork, right? Like here on Bali, like Ubud is the place where you go to like have rituals and be all super spiritual and stuff like that. Well, you can heal yourself your entire life. As a matter of fact, life is a healing journey. But if you always have the idea of needing to fix yourself, ooh, that's not a good life, man. Fuck. So let's see the thought that's actually, or the energy that's actually giving you abundance when you incorporate it in the spot of the 8. It's a Daughter of Cups in reverse, which is interesting. Daughter of Cups is playfulness. It's love. It's a new beginning in love. And it's somehow also delayed. It's also in reverse here, which kind of points me to the vulnerability. To the vulnerability. And yeah, especially with that healing card. I mean, like, if you see it on the meta, and you're going into that hermit, man, it's a realization about something, about how your inner child was wounded, right? It's like healing your inner child through going within and finding your truth, right? So that playfulness was taken away from you, because you try to fix things all the time, right? But what if they're already perfect? That's how you project more perfection in your life, right? Somehow someone in your past, and I don't see like okay, maybe it is the father, right? Like, you want to be that father because you want to live up to that expectation, that father figure, which can also be a mother, but that um, progressive, grounded, nurturing energy in your life left with you. And it kind of hurt your inner child. It kind of hurt your daughter of cups. When it's like, yeah, I need to be all grown up and providing, and I need to fix my life and get it in order and be more decisive and know where to invest. And where's the fucking fun in that? Well, there can be. There can be fun in that. There has to be. But if you're doing it from the point of trying to fix yourself, it's not going to be fun. It's going to be work. Work, 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 work. And that's what I see in your upper health. It's like work, 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 work. All that shit, right? But what you're actually manifesting right here, how you're manifesting, is dealing with your idea of work, providing, manifestation, making shit work in this reality by addressing your inner child and your wounded inner child, why your playfulness is not here anymore, why it's not fun anymore, right? Why you actually don't want it. You don't, right? Why you're not committed to it. Because it's not fun, right? So how do we get that fun? And I do love, like, I myself try to be a father of pentacles right now, and like building something in this reality, like trying to beat the game, yada yada yada. But it has to be fun. It has to feel like something you're enjoy building, right? Like, love the process, loving the process of getting there. That is the thing right here. It's very much trying to be on top of the negative emotions that come with this. You can read it anyway. I mean, like, fuck. There's a Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and an Eight of Cups, and a Daughter of Cups in reverse. That is, it's not making you happy because you have to walk away from things that feel shitty, but you don't feel like you have the strength to do so, right? Or something is up with that Daughter of Cups, that love that hasn't exactly been given. Because on the other hand, you can be anything you want in life, the Ace of Pentacles, right? You just have to work for it. Now, you have to be a certain way, assertive and hardworking, blah, 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 Father of Pentacles, and patient, right? So you have to fix yourself to be that. So you can, like, you have to be patient and be, like, responsible and all that grown-up stuff, or else you're going to miss out on building something, because you have to build something here. Well, it's not wrong, but it's not fun. And you kind of need that fun because, like, you love thinking about both sides. You love weighing your options, or you love, like, you know, seeing both sides of the coin and be like, yeah, there's, like, they're all somehow right. And actually, you don't really want to make a decision. But realizing that this way of thinking about it, that this way of understanding truth, communicating truth, making people see the truth, is something that you very much enjoy. That is your inner child. That is like playfulness. That is like the feeling of an epiphany when it hits you. You get goosebumps for, like, the insight you get. That is your playful. I'm getting goosebumps right now. That is your playfulness, right? And that is what you generate that abundance from, right? From that playfulness. So and then you can be that Father of Pentacles. I'm not saying I'm not telling you to be like delusional hermit style in your cave, healing yourself in Ubud in the woodwork somewhere. No. I'm telling you to integrate it. Like, loving the process really means, like, being playful with that, realizing that you are perfect. You don't have to fix yourself. You're just growing, right? And there's always that thing. It's like, would you hate a child for not being able to drive a car? No, it's not there yet. It's exactly what it needs to be, a child, right? And there's older souls, there's younger souls, there's all kinds of development steps, but it's all perfect the way it is, right? The seed is just as perfect as the tree, as the flower, as the plant. So fuck that. Love the process. And with that playfulness, that's how you can turn those potentials up there around. That's how you feel committed to it again. When you realize, actually, you know what? For example, I hate doing monthly balance, finance shit. Hate it. Hate it. But I do love understanding complex systems. So why don't I get this together? How can I see the fun in that? I mean, like, it's an amazing system, and just think about the thought that you're actually good in that, right? It's like, what if you're actually good in that, right? You might not be fast because you're trying to understand everything, right? Every single fucking thing in it. But this way of understanding something, that is giving you a lot of energy. So do it your way, right? Do it exactly your way and find the fun in that. Now let's see, in the final card, I've been dragging it out, right? The final card, the spot of the six, the thought that gives you stability, now gives you that epiphany I was talking about. That, oh, that's what it's about. That's what how I need to feel, what I need to embrace to heal my inner child right here. These energies balancing. The Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands in reverse. That is, well, you don't have to fight, right? The Seven of Wands is a card for fighting, and fighting in a good way, like standing up for your ideas, making them known. But that always comes, and if it's in reverse, like especially, that always comes with the feeling of being alone and having to fend off other ideas and other conceptions and whatever, right? So it's always a card for defending yourself. And if that's in reverse, in your realization spot, that means you don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to prove yourself, right? Even if you want to. And the thing is, well, you don't need to. You're going to do it automatically once you're trying to let that shit go and care about your inner child, care about what you love about it. Like, actually, you do love life. You do love the yin and the yang playing out together in eternal, what seems to be chaos, but it's so perfectly aligned kind of way, you know? You love the meta, then care about the meta. You don't have to beat it per se, because you have the capability to understand it and play with it, right? You don't have to beat it. You already know all the shit you need to know. You're already there. What you need is commitment, and that commitment is always coming from a place of love. And that love is delayed because you're only thinking about the Pentacles and how to be a Father of Pentacles, how to grow into that role of having your shit together. No one ever in their fucking life has their shit together. No one. You're either good at this or good at this or good at this or good at that. But we're not in balance. We're not supposed to be in balance. We're supposed to balance each other, right? And that is the beautiful thing when you realize, hey, what I actually enjoy as a Gemini is seeing all sides, understanding, communicating that to other people, being analytical around that shit, right? Yeah, then analyze it, then play with that, do exactly that, right? And that's how you become your version of the Father of Pentacles. That's how you make that Ace of Pentacles work, how you make that full potential come to fruition, right? Because then you can commit to it fully. And that is the final piece missing in what makes you happy, to turn this Nine of Pentacles in reverse into a Ten of Pentacles that you then can share into that legacy that the Father of Pentacles wants to build, right? So you are in healing right now because you're realizing something about your inner child, and coming back to the situation where that moon is going to bring that up. Maybe it's been triggered. Maybe it's going to be triggered from the outside, where you find yourself in a discussion or whatever, where you realize that shit about yourself, and you're like, holy, right, this is why. I'm actually quite good at dealing with change consciously, right? But there's that mindset that I'm unfixable. I'm trying to fix myself ever since, but I don't actually believe it's working. Well, you're going to find your path right here. You're going to find your way of doing that, of being that nurturer, that provider, right? And you're going to be providing by helping other people to walk away from shit that doesn't feel right. And you realize, actually, I'm quite good at that. Maybe that's my way of being playful again. Maybe if I embrace that and realize, like, I don't have to be fixed. I'm perfect the way I am. Now, how do I integrate that into what I'm trying to do here, right? So you make that Nine of Pentacles in reverse into a Ten of Pentacles and realize, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for the legacy. I'm doing it to provide insight and wisdom, and first and foremost, I'm doing it because I love it, because I love thinking about it and being with it. And if you have that drive, right, if you have that love for what you do, then that commitment, that getting up at 6 in the morning and doing that shit, it's going to be way easier, right? And it's going to be way easier, and it's going to be easier for everyone that's around, right? And that's exactly it. I mean, this is very much an internal journey. The interesting thing that the Lovers is in reverse is probably because there is a connection to other people, where through the confrontation of other people with themselves, you being like a mediator or whatever, you're going to get that impulse to go within yourself and find that within yourself, that version where you realize, you know what, I'm actually good at this, right? I don't have to fix myself anymore, and I want to do it my way, so I can do what I actually always loved, right? Find that in the meta. Find it in the meta. Whatever it is you think you need to do, ask yourself, what is my way of doing it? What do I actually like about it? Maybe I'm not bad with numbers. I'm just taking too long, or very long, because I see it all, you know. But then whatever, take your time. Just like do it with the love and passion and the playfulness around it, because you are playful around wisdom and truth, and what is truth anyway, you know? And that very question, I mean, like, that very question it's supposed to, like, yeah, maybe not, maybe you're acting from your rising sign right now, wherever, and not exactly in your Gemini energy, because you're so much in the Pentacles, right? You're so much in the Earth energy. It's like, yeah, enough of the thinking, but how do we do this? Yeah, well, thinking about it is a good start, right? It's and it's an energy you feel home in, and use it. Realize it's an asset. It's a huge fucking asset. That's where you find your playfulness. You don't have to, like, beat the game. Don't have to be alone in this. You're the hermit, because you help other people to find their light through the questions you ask, through how you communicate. And that's how you find your light, through asking questions, communicating, and finding that truth. That is so beautiful. Gemini. You're going to get there. You're definitely going to get there. And it seems like you're healing your inner child in a way that, like, never before, right? It is probably tied to, well, that proving yourself is always tied to the father, or mother, whatever energy was most in your face in the, or lacking, for that matter, in your early childhood, right? So it was either over present or not present at all. That's why we try to be something that is not exactly aligned with our core energy. That's where that shit is coming from. Try to find your way about this, right? You're not supposed to be fixed. You're supposed to find your way of doing things, find that playfulness, to have the commitment, and then everything is gonna work out fine, right? Like really fucking fine. You have all the energy here. The Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Father of Pentacles. I mean, that's your desire, but there, it's all there. It's all fucking there, right? If it doesn't feel right, it is not right. So there's something off, and you're gonna find out what. Take your time to find out what, because there's a lot to consider here. You're going to see a lot. But that's always like that, right? Whatever you do, Gemini, take your time. You're not the one doing it fast. You're the one that's doing it perfect. Do it like that, right? Do it exactly like that. It's going to be so cool. Gemini, if that resonated with you, drop a comment, like and subscribe. Check out daywalker-bali.com, daywalker-bali.shop. I'm building something here. It's going to take a while, but put yourself on the newsletter list so I can inform you when it's going up. And thank you so much for being with me in this reading, sharing your energy with me. And I so hope it helped a little. And yeah, Gemini, thank you. I love you.